Hi, everybody. I am Jennifer Zollinger, and I will be your instructor for mathematical tools for the real world. So this is Math 108. Excited to be here working with you. Just wanted to show you around our course a little bit. And so let me show you what's going on with our class here. So here's our home page, and just want to show you where you can find things and access the important stuff every day when you come in here. And so up here, you'll notice that where it says recent announcements, I will at least weekly, maybe more often, have announcements that will go up there. And there aren't any there yet. I'm working on making those, but you should see those when you first come in here. And so check those, make sure you're looking at the announcements. That's where I'll post important things and give you heads up on upcoming assignments each week. All right, let's go ahead and go to the start here button. Great place to check things out to begin with. This is where you can access your textbook. And so interactive textbook, you don't have to buy one. Click in here and it will just open in another window. Here's our table of contents. And my interactive, that means it has some videos, it has examples in here, it has some practice problems. Here, maybe that one's gonna load, maybe it's not, but really great using the interactive textbook, I think. And so make use of this. The practice problems, I recommend doing those, but they're not required. You won't turn those in, but it gives you a chance to just check things as you're reading through, making sure you understand what's happening there. And so I recommend using that. So there's your textbook. You can find that there. Also right here you see Mobius. Mobius is where you'll be doing a lot of your homework, and so here's a tutorial just to guide you through that, and I'll try and show you around Mobius a little bit too. So that's what you have starting off there. If you click on the Your Instructor link, that will take you to my page. It tells a little bit about me. You can find the link to my virtual office there. Have my email address posted in here. And so those are some useful things you might use. Email really is the best way to contact me. If you need to get a hold of me, send me an email. You can do that using that email address I posted there, or the inbox here in Canvas is a great way to get a hold of me. That works just as well. And so I try to check my email often, but sometimes emails go to my spam folder, or something, you know, happens with them. I don't get the emails. If I haven't responded within 24 hours, send me another email, or try to get a hold of me some other way. Try and use email though as our best contact. If you leave comments on the assignments, and so the assignments leave little comments bar, that's great too, especially if you leave it as you're submitting assignment. I'm likely to see that. If you leave one later after it's been graded or something like that, I'm less likely to see it. And so it's not a great way if you have an emergency. I'm not going to see those as quickly if you leave comments there. So usually I'll see those when I go through and do grading, but after the fact, I'm not going to notice those. Please don't try and submit assignments in the comments. So I do have students who try and use those comments and submit assignments there. I'm not going to see them there, and it's not a great way to get them to me. And so just be aware of that. All right, let's look at some other things. iLearn tutorial, that's just some guides for using all of this if you haven't ever used Canvas and iLearn before. And then we have student resources here, which this one's great. Please don't forget that this one's here. And so requests for tutors if you want to use online tutors, if you're struggling, guides for using Zoom. And so you'll be using Zoom for group meetings, and then installing Excel. We will use Excel, and you do need to have Excel, and so you can get that for free as a student. This is a guide for getting that and getting that installed, other resources, videos for Excel. And then here's also some group information. So once I get your group stuff and you start working in groups, then this is where you'll check to find meeting links and group assignments and responsibilities right down here. Okay, and then we have some other resources down here as well. So just make sure you know those are there. The other links up here just take you to your weekly modules. So depending on what week we're on, you can click here and take a look at what's going on for the week and what assignments you need to get done. Otherwise, let's take a look in your syllabus for a minute. I'm not going to go over all of this. Please read through it yourselves. You do have a quiz on the syllabus in week 1, so make sure you look at things. But there are a few things I want to take a look at. One being the required materials. So I have already told you Excel, and that is required. You can get that for free. So make sure you get that. You'll also want some kind of calculator. So it can be a scientific calculator, a graphing calculator is nice if you have one. Desmos, it recommends here as a great online resource for graphing especially. And so you can get that on your desktop. You can use it in your browser, or you can download the apps for Desmos, and those work really great. You'll also want to have a microphone for online discussions. Webcams are required, but they're great to have. I'll be honest, when I'm meeting people in Zoom, I love to see other people's faces. That really helps out. So not required, but definitely a bonus if you've got one. All right, otherwise, here's the breakdown of your assignments. One thing to note on this, exams are a big chunk of your grade, so those are really important. So pay attention to that. And then just a list of all of your assignments that you'll be working on through the semester. As far as due dates go, things will be due on Thursdays and Saturdays typically, and so look for those due dates each week on your assignments. Let's look at kind of some of your modules, typical assignments that you'll see. And so what you'll have, week 1's maybe not your typical week. Let's look at maybe week 2, usually some kind of reading quiz based on your textbook reading. In weeks 1, 2, and 3, you do have some discussions going on, and so make sure you join in those. Then you usually have week 2 doesn't have it yet. Starting in week 3 is when your group assignments start, and so you'll see group assignments. Usually you'll have an Excel assignment as well as a quiz that goes along with that as far as the group stuff goes. And then you do have also Mobius assignments, and I'll show you Mobius here so you can look around at Mobius. Notice we do have the contact a tutor. If you are struggling, please make sure you reach out and get help. That's really important. All right, so let me show you in Mobius just a little bit. They've made it easier this semester. You can just click on that link there, and then there's a link down here. It'll open in a new tab right there, a new window. And this took me straight to that first assignment. You can click start down here at the bottom, and you have options. You can print it and work offline, or you can work online on the assignment. If you go online, it'll look something like this. And so a lot of times multiple choice, sometimes you'll have little boxes to enter answers, pretty typical. These first ones have some video explanations if you need them. Also handy over here is this how did I do button. I'm just going to randomly select an answer. I haven't looked at the question, so I don't know what the real answer is. But if I click how did I do, oh, I got it wrong, it marked it wrong here. Then I can retry this, and so I can close this right here and select a different answer. How did I do? When I get it right, it will show green. Sometimes there's multiple parts to a question. If you've got it partially right, it'll show yellow. So that's kind of handy. Most of the assignments will be that way, except for your reviews, and of course the exams don't tell you if you did them right or wrong while you're working on the exams. And exams will also be in Mobius. But anyway, that's what that looks like. So hopefully this will at least get you started in the course. I will give more detailed announcements, make some more videos showing you through each week what assignments we have and what you need to do with those. Let me know right now if you have any questions, and the easiest way to do that is to leave those in the comments on this announcement. And so leave them there is great, because then if other students have the same question, I can just answer it for everybody. If it's something more personal, you are welcome to send me an email and I'll get back to you that way. Otherwise, good luck, and I'm excited to be working with you.